Welcome to another episode of the Cannabis Coffee Crew, where the coffee is strong, the cannabis is smooth, and the conversations are out of this world.
Boom squad in the house. I lower the boom when I do the cipher dance. When it's just Aggie Pants as I romance the blast. I take puffs on stuff, rough enough to give a buzz to my guns, even though we don't touch the stuff. See this blood in my blood, some say my stink. But yo, the stuff helps me think, helps me think, helps me.
Hey everyone, this is Pandar, wishing you a happy Friday. Today we have myself, Sincere, Volt, Nuke, and Itsu. Nuke, how you feeling today? Good talk.
Nuke is catatonic. Nuke, are you there?
I think he's frozen.
No, he's doing that statue thing he does. See, I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it this time.
That was good. That was good.
got
That was
him.
good.
You
That
got
was
him.
good. That was
Man,
good.
you know how long I've been sitting there doing that?
That was good. I give him
Y'all
that.
ain't paid me one bit of attention.
No,
just faded out
I've
of
been
existence.
watching, and I'm like, Nuke is catatonic right now. I'm not sure what's
No,
happening. but-
Crazy.
Listen,
No, bro.
I was not paying attention because I was doing the intro, bruh.
Nah, I'm doing all right, man. I'm high as a bitch, so it's a good thing that I was sitting there for that long because my blunt went out, and might be a sign I need to calm down.
Well, we'll
But
see if you can make it the whole episode.
oh, I should be able to, bro. If not, just scream. I'll hear you.
They'll
But
just start singing that birthday song. No,
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
something I want to talk about with you guys
Hold on,
that
we
we
gotta
haven't
get
brought up
through
yet.
the how
Oh, yeah,
everyone
yeah, you're
feels.
right. You're right. You're right.
Oh, my boy jumped the gun major.
I
He's
know,
like,
he's
I want to
like-
talk.
Fuck y'all.
No,
Nah.
just like Nuke is at the perfect high point to talk about what I'd like to.
All right,
so let's get through the other
it.
things.
Yep.
It's a how you doing, man?
Boy, I'm thugging always and forever. I'm pretty good though. Yeah. Fault, man. How you doing?
Good. Pretty good. I don't know. I'm just here. I need to smoke more weed.
We're doing freaking great. Our book is published.
And this is the first time I actually got to see Bree's setup at her shop, and it's been kind of cool. Bree, how are you
know,
doing
look at that
today?
shit.
Oh, I love the fact that you have Meridius up there. in the middle.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. I'm doing great. I'm at the shop today, being creative, working on some paintings,
Yeah.
Nice.
some flash. I
Ooh.
did leave all of my paraphernalia, including my THC vape pen, at home, so I'm out back on the smoke sesh this morning.
Oh, rip.
It's okay. We're still glad to have you. And like, I really like the shop setup. It looks really well
Thank
done.
you, thank you. This is my booth. I brought in some more paintings this morning to try and figure out more. I'm just gonna take over the whole shop. I've decided. I'm just gonna
It's facts.
decorate the whole
Yeah.
place.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. I've
And
got,
when
like,
those when the front gets
work
done,
stuff.
you said Christy's coming out to do those or
Window
was it
painting.
Christy?
Yeah, Christy's
Yeah,
gonna come over and we're gonna do it together.
Nice. I want to when y'all are done with it. Sure.
Absolutely, of course, it's gonna get good. Can't wait. I'm ex-
Bruh.
You just got to get a picture before somebody's like and smudges it with a finger to be a jerk or something.
So it's actually done with like exterior paint, like
oh, okay.
paint. So it ain't going nowhere. Now you do have to worry about, like, it's on glass, so obviously somebody can scratch it with a key or their fingernails or like a razor or something. But in terms
it's
of
full
painting it,
acrylic?
like, yeah, it'll be like, I don't know really what the difference is. It'll be like acrylic, but it's you use like exterior house paint as your paint, and then you mix acrylic with it to get your color. But essentially, it still keeps the integrity of that like exterior paint.
Okay. I thought you were doing it like for like I've seen it like ice cream shops and shit for seasonal
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
like,
exactly what they use.
they do?
Yep,
It always seemed
and
like
that's how it's
like
weather
chalkish.
resistant. So what that is they used an eggshell base
Oh,
and
okay.
has that like that chalky feeling and like eerie texture, but Yeah, that's what they use. That's what the window painters use, but it's because it's like weather resistant and whatnot.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
that's cool. I didn't know that.
Free.
I'm basic. I was like, it's chalk.
Yeah.
Has another idea for the plug.
What plug?
Huh?
The shop. It's your artwork. It's another place to display your art.
Yeah, which is why I've decided to bring in my paintings, and I've got some more paintings, and
No, I just
I'm-
meant we're gonna send you some books to sell.
yeah, absolutely.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I
Well,
have
that and I still want to get it. Like, I want to get it enlarged.
Wait, we haven't
and-
told her that, did we?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He's like,
I
"Hey,
thought it
babe."
was a surprise.
Well,
Listen,
no, I mentioned
listen,
you
we
should
were
do it, but then I was talking to you about doing it.
in a call, the three of us, and he's like, "Hey, babe, I want to surprise Bree with a canvas print of her artwork." The
You
book.
heard that? You don't hear me half the
and
time.
you're like, wait, what? Yeah, I was thinking about that. And he's like, no, like, hear me out. It's gonna look just like this. And we send it to her as like a surprise thank you. And I'm sitting here on the call like,
Do I
yeah,
say anything?
Kev, that would be great, Kev.
Well, you normally don't hear me.
No, but we do. We want to thank you. Like, I
Yeah.
know we have paid for a service, but
A
you still have
significant
went
amount.
above and beyond in your support while we were writing, being there like, hey guys, how's it going? Where are you at? How's the chapters going? And reading and being like, oh my God, this is way better than I thought.
Yeah.
Fuck, I gotta draw better.
I believed in you guys from the beginning, but you definitely blew me away as I was like reading the snippets of everything. I was like, this is extraordinary. Like the amount of detail and graphics that you guys were able to portray in your very first time writing something, super impressive. I know it's going to do well. So I'm excited. I'm thankful for you guys.
I just hope people read it. Like, I want people, honestly, that's my hope for this book, is they read it and they enjoy
And
the
they love
story and
it.
they get good feedback.
And
I
I
think
hope
as
you
we
love the
grow,
characters because they're pretty much parts of our children and ourselves built into them. Like,
Yes.
yeah.
and
little
really, because we avoid actually describing the two main characters, like, as much as we describe everything else in the book, we
Yeah.
want everyone to see the two main characters how they want to see them. What we
Yeah.
don't describe skin tone, we really don't describe hair color. We're just like boy, girl, this age.
Yeah. Try and keep it, and we talk about their personalities and like sort
Yes.
of how they exude themselves, but we don't necessarily describe them in detail intentionally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give the reader like imagination freedom.
Yeah.
Of course.
And what's funny is everyone who has read it and we've asked like how do you see the characters, they all see them a little bit differently, which
Yep.
I think is really cool. Honestly, I think it's really really cool. Although Amanda did add some things like Mrs. Kenny, her hair being up in curlers.
That may or may not be a plug from a Yellow Wolf song.
Hey. Plug.
Plug.
Plugged
But
in.
that's what this book is little bits and pieces of us.
Yeah.
I love
It's awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Ow.
Now I
Being
just
a
got to figure out how to one up it for book 2. That's the problem.
movie adaptation. That's how you do it.
Hi, that'd be cool, man. But I
Movie
don't know
but we
anybody
don't
in the
wanna-
movie
yeah.
industry.
As much as
Sure.
hopefully everyone sees this book is good, hopefully the next one is just as good, if not better, because I don't want to be like a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, I do want them to get better as we transition throughout
True.
the series.
And
And
I'm sure they will.
But kind of
Bree keeps
circling back
trying.
around
Mhm,
to circling back around to the thing I wanted to bring up because Nuke is like perfect high
Bait.
level for this.
Ye-
Crop circles. Crop circles.
Crop circles. Crop
What
circles.
exactly
crop
about
Do you
crop
think?
circles?
Do you think people make crop circles, or do you think they're legitimately made by alien aircraft, or do you think it's a mixture of both?
Mm.
I mean, if you've ever seen crop circles, they're kind of impressive.
It's
without
definitely
all of
convincing. It's pretty convincing when you watch like the shows dedicated to them. Like it's pretty convincing that it's above our capabilities to get them as symmetrical
The bong is for
as
you.
they are. But you also have to remember, like, you also have to look back at the architect that was coming out since the 1800s and how, like, precise the architect and buildings were built and how detailed and stuff they were then. And we look at it now and we're like, how did they do that? It couldn't be possible. It had to have been aliens or this extra, like this other society. When in really, like, we just can't wrap our brains around it. So we have to find something to say.
I think people had a lot more craftsmanship back then. And I
For
think that's
sure.
why things did turn out as beautiful as they were. Um, I wish we still had that level of craftsmanship. Instead, now everything's just all about making money. And it's not about the craft itself, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I don't know.
but
Crops.
It's how fast can we make it? How cheap can we make it?
but crop circles, like to make them as a like, okay, so assuming they're made by an aircraft, they could be made easily by that aircraft, but made by a farmer in his own crop, trying to map it out to make a perfect circle, let alone perfect circles that have branches off with perfect circles that have branches off with more perfect circles. And then in a lot of the instances, the crops itself or the grass or whatever's the foliage that's there
Mhm.
isn't actually cut, right? It's not
It's just
it's like
smushed down.
right, it's folded over, but it's like
Mhm.
perfect. Like they don't really make machinery to do that. Normally the
Mhm.
machinery is made to cut to harvest, right? Yeah, go
You're
ahead,
onto
Nick.
something. You're onto something.
Okay, so you're correct. They are like laid over, and you're talking about cut. But if something's coming down,
Mhm.
especially in some of those designs, they're not spinning. Like, if it's coming down, it's going to crush it and snap them, not lay them in a perfect
Well,
laid
potentially.
down
The
state
thing
all the
is,
way around.
we're not fully convinced that we understand the technology that would enable the flight of certain UFOs that have been
Well,
spotted.
I think people are doing it.
Yes,
Maybe,
yes.
maybe.
I was gonna,
It's a
I was
lot
gonna
of effort.
say, I was gonna say people also, because to what Nuke was saying, if it was aliens, most going based off what people have said about alien spacecrafts is that they move silently, they can land quietly, they can land gently. So there is a possibility if it was non-human that aircraft could have just landed very softly on the crops to not damage them. But I do believe it was people to do it. It's a lot of work, but I think people do it. It draws
I,
attention.
I think it's a mixture when it comes down to it. I do think
a
there's other things
mixture.
out there. I do.
So
I
Mm.
do.
people are
I
working
don't.
with aliens to make the crop circle.
No, I think there's a group of people making certain
I
ones
think there's
to
people that are,
hype
yeah.
it up and make it like, ooh,
Mm.
look at this, they did it, just to have some more proof. But then again, I do believe I don't think there's aliens out there that we see in movies.
But I
I
have a
don't even know that
question.
they're in a humanoid form.
But I do have a question though. If it is humans, how did they do it?
Hold on one moment.
I've
Um,
seen like a
Hmm.
video.
A lawnmower? I don't
They
know.
basically
Nah,
take
they would.
like
Well,
they put like wood planks on their feet and like walk across it, and it
but
lays it down as they go, and they
Mhm.
walk in those patterns all the way around.
I'm
the
look at
only discrepancy I have with that though is a human error. You know what I'm saying? Like
But
you're
look at
supposed to
some of
walk.
the artwork people do in sand, like these big murals that
That is
people do on
true.
a beach.
But can I explain one difference between sand and a 6-foot crop?
Hmm.
You can't see where the fuck you're going in a 6-foot
And
crop
that
or where you've been, right?
and
So
that's
you
what I was
can't tell
thinking.
if it's perfect unless you're
Whoa,
looking
Yo,
over
is
whoa.
top.
my camera wigging out?
Yeah,
Just a
it
little
Yeah.
is.
bit. It's all right.
Fuck.
Should have played some techno music while it was happening.
Nts, 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 nts,
There we go.
nts, 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 nts. Just
I'm
go with
going
it.
to
Yeah,
now.
man,
All
do
right.
it.
But now let's fix it. What the fuck?
Oh no. What the
I mean, it's
fuck?
kind of cool. It's like a strobe effect because when you were, it was
Oh,
it was
God.
perfect.
Oh my god, I'm wigging out over here.
Pump it.
Don't do drugs because they're bad.
It's all right. It's just a little flicker.
Effects. Video effects. Come on, everyone. Flicker your camera. Oh, it's not working.
Seize it
Yeah,
up.
you're gonna like slap the camera on accident.
I know. That's why I stopped. I wasn't
Yo.
worried.
What is happening?
That is twirled for you, baby.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bro, it is losing
So,
its mind right now.
I started your
I'm-
braid too far
I'm-
down.
It's okay. I'm very open to the idea of it being not us. I do think there are people that would put that much time into it. I just don't think there's that many people. Like, it's a
No,
lot.
and I
I
think it took
disagree.
more than one, and it probably took a lot of. Like, I think it's easier now that we have drones. I do. I
it'd be a
just
lot
think
easier
it's
now.
possible for humans to
Yeah, but
do
how
it.
do you
I
explain
do.
them from like the early 1900s?
I don't. That's what I'm saying, and they
don't
happen.
know.
They're way less often. Then that's my point. I think
Yeah.
nowadays it's a mixture.
Right. No, I definitely think there's people that are like, I want my face on camera. I'll spend 30 hours, 50 hours, 100 hours doing this literally
Hoax.
for nonprofit gain.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Like,
sometimes because going
could
viral,
be.
sadly, in this world is profitable.
You're talking about today, though.
Yeah,
know.
that
Like, I'm
back
trying to think
then.
about before all this.
That's when I don't think it's as likely then.
Like, it just,
One, society didn't have so much free time on their hands back in the day to be able to do that shit.
listen, there's only one way to find out. Let's try and do it one day.
Let's make our
I
own
know
crop
people who live near farms who the crops overgrow and shit. We can't fuck with the actual farmer crops, but in the off seasons before they like redo it the field, we'd be able to go out there and try it. I don't know. That would be
I think
interesting.
it'd be a good experiment. Try the
It would
different
also
ways.
show how unartistic we are. Like
That
when my
too.
circle comes out as a square or some shit or a
Or
hexagon instead of
oval.
a circle, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like 5 steps this way, 5 steps.
It just looks like an
45
amoeba
degrees.
because it's all like.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, how would people be able to put planks on their
Hold up.
feet and then walk through it? Because, like,
Well,
yeah,
hold up. But we could try it. Legitimately look up like explanations for crop
yeah,
circles and then try to apply it. And then we
If-
could take a drone afterwards and take a picture of what we made and just see how bad it is.
Right. Then we can prove or
Or how
disprove
good
it.
it is. That'd be
They've already
cool.
done that. They did that on the webs on that
I meant for us. I just
episode
wasn't
that
do it.
like there's a
Of
show.
ancient aliens.
I wasn't saying to prove whether or not someone was capable of walking in a circle. I just want to see if we can do it.
Hmm.
And then take a picture of what we do, like
Gotta
what it
try.
looks like when we're done.
Just randomly walk all kinds of different ways.
yeah.
No,
Just
we could
all
have a
five of us.
plan. I'd be cool with having like a plan to make something, but like I just have a feeling it's not going to be what we said we were going to make.
No, most likely not. Not at all.
At least not on my end.
Someone's got to count 15 feet. And then it's like, is this the equal amount of feet? Like, is this equally 10 feet? Yeah, no. I think
I don't
people did
know.
it. I think people did it.
I think it's interesting. The fact that it's existed for as long as it's existed, I think, is what makes it even more interesting.
For sure.
But
It's especially without no concrete answers too. Like no
I've-
definitive.
I've seen. I cannot find the exact artist that I'm looking for,
Ooh.
but there. What I'm trying to say is there are some pretty incredibly talented people who master their craft and are able to do things that like we can't wrap our mind around, and so it seems impossible to us. But like this is an aerial view of this painting this guy did in this the front grass of this like government monument or whatever. Like
Yeah,
it's
if you look at like
hard
the
to
chalk
tell, but
art
like
that people
this is like the
do and-
size of a football field, but he has some that are like on the entire side of a mountain, like take up the entire side of the fucking mountain. And if you look at these things, or we stumbled upon these things, we would, as our experience and mind is able to reach, we're gonna say it's not fucking possible. It must have took a whole town to do this type of shit. But this is genuinely somebody who mastered this, and I'm
I
sure
mean, I
he had
get it,
help.
but
But
how many people are mastering the art of uselessly laying down grass?
I'm telling you more than you probably fucking think.
Nowadays, to be on YouTube and to be on whatever, but I'm talking about the 1900s where you didn't
That is,
fucking
yeah,
know your neighbors.
Yeah,
yeah.
no, that I get. I think nowadays
Like
100%. In the
I'm not
past,
comparing today's ability to use aerial footage and then reevaluate your art and go fix this piece and that piece and do, like, we have all that ability now. We can look at it from above. We can, like,
Who's to
take
say
time
we
to
didn't
master.
have that ability in the past though? Like
I
there's a
mean,
lot of
document
people
it.
who are there's a lot of
Uh,
people who are convinced that like we had a lot of this technology in the past and then something happened and now we have no knowledge of it. But like people
What
can't
they
wrap
call it?
how do
yeah,
we
but in the
have symmetrical
1900s, we were restoring that knowledge,
no,
right?
but
In
in
those
right, but in the
arguments.
1800s, it they were having symmetrical, super detailed sculptures put on every
What
six
is like
foot of a building that's like what 12-story high buildings, and these are made out of marble and types of stones that
right.
we look at today as like, how did they have the technology just to put this tiny lion head on the side of the building 12 stories high every 3 feet when they told us they didn't even have cell phones or they weren't even unified enough to like talk to your neighbor,
Um,
so we
I
say.
mean, they were also very abusive and
Mhm.
forcing people to do manual labor, and people did sit there
Even
all
still
day
looks like
carving. Hmm.
when you think back, like we're led to believe that those things like weren't as easy back then, and I think it may have been like
No, we definitely have our own theories of like there's lost knowledge to us from previous people. What we
Yeah,
have documented, we don't believe are the earliest people, the earliest humans. We think there's stuff that is lost to knowledge that is
agreed. Yeah,
lost. But during the 1900s, that knowledge is still was still lost.
I mean, maybe it's possible it
or
wasn't. I wasn't
the
in the
paper trail of
1900s, but I don't know. I just feel
I'm
like
telling you
you'd
from
have
the
more paintings.
1900s they were putting out some pretty unique, incredibly creative stuff for
But now
not
hear this. What I also believe is a lot of the knowledge that's lost to us from the past, I think, as crazy as it sounds, I think it came from outer influences. I do, and it could be the
Or it
outer
could have just been
influence
us
was
coming here.
us. Right. Like we have a
Like, that's
theory
a
that we
possibility.
believe that we didn't start on Earth. We've already ruined other planets.
That's possible. Who knows?
Like it goes pretty deep. It goes way back. But there's definitely a lot of possibilities. We have ancient cities who have concrete better than we can make today.
Yeah, Roman concrete.
Underwater
MIT actually
cities.
started figuring out why they did find out why and what makes it better than the concrete we make today. And it actually has to do with something to do with the mixing process. And
Yes.
like we actually mix it too well. Whereas back then they didn't have the same ability, like the same mixers. But when they mixed it, I think it was the lye would like clump up. But what that actually resulted in was self-healing concrete, because when the concrete would crack and then would get wet from rain, the lye would get wet and like reseal. It would fix the cracks.
Yeah.
It's something along those lines. You could look up the specific article, but MIT did like an analysis trying to figure out what made their concrete have these attributes. And it was
Hmm.
really cool. Like, I think they also added some other ingredient to it that I can't remember that we don't add.
Yeah.
Um,
And
but
if you want to go real deep, I think what everyone believes are gods and things to praise
Could
are
be other people. Yeah.
aliens and are like, I think they're from different worlds, galaxies, came here
I'm
to
just gonna
try and
say
help.
right now, though, dude, if I ever meet one of the Egyptian gods, like Anubis or something, like a person with a dog head or a crocodile head, I
Yeah.
think that'd be really fucking cool.
Bro, I'm just saying, beyond that ice wall, you don't know what's there.
I mean, Asgard's out there apparently,
Yeah,
but none of the other
Apparently,
fucking
yeah.
realms.
bro.
None of the other
Apparently.
realms are out there, but Asgard is on that map.
Yeah, I've
There's
heard
no
of.
keeping that smile so I don't clip
Should we pull in the said map?
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
pull it
yeah,
in, pull it
man,
up,
let's
pull it
do
up,
that
pull it up, pull it up.
reference map.
Let's
Please.
bring
Pull it
this
up, pull it
I
up.
love
reference
this.
Let's
in.
use
I love this
the.
flat Earth reference map. It's so
Let's
good.
use it. Let's use it.
Where was that? Was that in CCC chat? It was. Whoa, you lost me there with your young hip lingo, son. Okay. So now I
All I'm gonna
need
say
to.
is this map is bussin'.
Bussin'.
No cap.
It was an exquisite bus.
All
It's
right.
not sus at all.
Hey, bro. Hey, yo.
It was the most magnificent bus.
Here we have
I don't see
Nuke's
anything.
flat
Oh,
Earth
I don't
theory.
see anything.
What?
We lost
It's
all of
just empty.
Okay, hold on.
Oh
no reference. No
no.
references.
Please click off that.
What?
Like the way what you're doing is wrong. Please restore, like stop the screen share, and then just download the image and open it in Chrome or open it in Photos. There you
No.
go. Now share that and we'll see it. But that little pop-up window over Discord, it for some reason was not capturing it.
Got you. Edit, reverse. Try again.
We're having technical issues. One moment, please.
How about now?
Nope. Oh yes.
There it
No.
is.
There it is. Look at this beautiful map.
I'm not even seeing nothing.
What? Did you open?
Oh,
your
there we go.
eyes?
Ah, there we go.
Can we zoom in just a teeny bit? Just
Yes.
control
100
plus.
times.
Or yeah, that'll work too.
Once. I can zoom
One
once.
more.
Nuke, where are
Con-
we?
Control plus.
We're in the known
Control
lands.
plus.
I'm getting there, man.
Oh, we're in the
All right, now
in
just
the
move
known
this
land.
down a little.
Yeah. there
Oh,
you
I
go.
see North America.
Okay, so here we are. Where's my markup tool?
Don't worry about it.
It does not exist.
We
Okay.
don't have annotation software installed. so
Here's Eptunian Ocean.
Oh,
okay,
Neptune.
That's supposed to be Neptunian.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it sucks, so it's Eptunian.
That's where Poseidon
It
is.
sucks, so it's going to be called Neptunian.
And Neptune.
Yeah, Poseidon and Neptune fight here.
No, they're probably brothers, you know? That's where they live.
I
in the
was
Neptunian
told.
Ocean.
Moving lands of Thoth, guys.
Love that. So I was told that all these land masses outside of the ice wall are actually planets that are orbiting.
Huh?
Like, yeah, it was some flat Earth theory that explained how we
How
see
does
other
orbiting
planets.
work if we're flat?
Well,
How is it?
right. So
If we're
they
flat,
said
what are we sitting on?
we're not orbiting, things are orbiting us. So the sun is sitting. I need reference. Okay, this is flat Earth, right?
Want to open Microsoft Whiteboard? Oh, right.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, no, you
anyway.
can't. You're on your. Yeah.
And then the sun orbits over
It
on
hovers up.
top of it. Yeah, it hovers
how do-
over on top of
We
it.
would never have night.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So
Like it would potentially get dimmer, but not. Yeah, you wouldn't
not
really have
night. Yeah, but
Nuke, where does the sun go?
What?
Where does the sun go?
What sun?
At night, where does it go?
What?
If our Earth is flat, how do we get night?
does it
Wait,
circle?
I just realized this map
Night?
has a fucking portal on it.
How
Where?
does what
Oh,
get
the
night?
summer gate?
No,
Yeah,
right,
you know how
right
this
beneath
goes to
Asgard.
the other side of the Earth, and then
Oh
we
shit!
have night.
I'm messing with you hardcore right now.
Oh my lord.
Bro,
He's doing the nuke
Lock
the
thing.
it,
ice
Nuke.
wall
Lock it.
has a portal.
Look,
I
I'm
fucks with
not
that.
sure. I guess because it goes behind the ice wall for a little bit, it's not like completely flat. Like I won't say it's like
Whoa,
flat.
whoa!
I've never
Wait.
I've
It's
never claimed
fine.
that it was super flat. It could have a little curve, a little one. A
He's got
little
some
one.
bumps.
Wait, so now we're a
It's
boob?
got some bumps.
We're
Yeah,
we're a
like
mosquito bite boob though.
Like, hold on. Now
yeah,
we're.
yeah,
So okay, we
we're
went
titty.
from flat
Is
to
the
to an
ice wall
A.
the areola? That's the question.
Yes, we are. Yes,
So
Bruh.
we live somewhere near the nip.
Wait, then what's the
Okay.
nip?
are the
Hold
nip.
on, hold
We
on.
are
What's
the
the
nip.
nip?
Yeah,
we
we are the.
No,
nip.
then let's scroll down.
The nib would be in the middle, so it'd be whatever that middle
Does that
thing
say
is.
moist?
A?
Moist
Zoom
mire.
in.
The moist mire is the nipple. What the
How's
fuck,
it going?
guys?
Gotta love it.
What? Left,
You're
right.
gonna have to, yeah.
That says moist mire.
It does. Hey, y'all got some freaks making this flat Earth map, man.
I'm turning this off.
I got some freaks. Y'all
That's funny.
part of
That's
that
too
Diddy
funny.
freak off who made that map.
Oh, can we bring up that beautiful No Diddy artwork?
Oh, trust me, it's going in here. So there it is.
Yeah, put it right over. That's
It's actually funny. I forgot we can kind of do that because you do the post edit.
Yeah, I forgot we could
So
do that.
instead of bringing up the damn flat Earth, although it was good for reference, but
Yeah.
Like,
coulda
if
just-
we ever have like two options, just throw like this up and this. I know it's real fucking weird, but no Diddy. But you got two options, and I can throw them in there.
It's true.
Facts.
Speaking of ancient civilizations and worlds, y'all have heard of Tartaria? Tartaria, I think is what it's called.
Tartaria?
Yeah, Tartaria. Tartaria,
Okay.
Tartaria. But it was an ancient civilization. I can't remember exactly when they existed. I had the thing pulled up.
The bong is twirled
Oh,
for
it's
you.
the historical name for Central and Northern Asia.
Yeah, but apparently that like conspiracy theories say that was where like your great architecture came from. We had crazy technological advances, and then all of a sudden a disaster happened and wiped off the whole civilization. Kind of like the Library of Alexandria, how it burned down. They're saying that a mud flood came and just wiped the whole area and just.
So it's possible, right? Because
Mhm.
like, I mean, right before our eyes, yes, it's going to take a very long time, generations upon generations, but Africa is splitting, right? It's
That is true.
possible that the Earth went through some shift and change that did break down and destroy existing civilizations. I mean,
Mhm.
there are entire cities made of stone and marble that are under the water. How the
Mm,
fuck? Like the shapes of the statues and stuff, just it's impossible that they were just naturally derived. It just doesn't make sense.
true.
And then to have them submerged as deep as they are,
I mean, look at Atlantis. It was in the middle of the water, and then what a tsunami came or earthquake, something happened to that area, and it just submerged the whole city underwater.
yeah, but now it's permanently like there are cities permanently underwater
Mhm.
of prior civilizations. So it's entirely possible we were way more advanced, maybe not in the sense of electronics, which is why we're
Yeah,
not finding those remnants, but there's a lot of science we don't know. Like they literally just figured out there is a third type of magnetism.
there's a third type of magnetism.
Yep.
What?
Third type
Yeah, show that. Bring
of
that up.
magnetism.
So, because we got positive, negative. So
Here you go.
My smartest guess would be it'd be a neutral magnetism. Like it just
Let me do the screen share thing.
like how would that even work though?
Physicists confirm the existence of a third form of magnetism. An experiment in Sweden has demonstrated control over a novel kind of magnetism, giving scientists a new way to explore a phenomenon with huge potential to improve electronics, from memory storage to energy efficiency. Using a device that accelerates electrons to blinding speeds, a team led by researchers, blah, 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 blah. Third configuration of particles in ferromagnetic materials theorized. In what's referred to as altermagnetism, particles are arranged in a canceling fashion like antiferromagnetism, yet rotated just enough to allow for confined forces on a nanoscale. I can't read. Not enough to pin a grocery list to your freezer, but with discrete properties that engineers are keen to manipulate into storing data or channeling energy. So, hard drives might become less expensive.
Yeah, for sure.
Storage in
Right.
general, energy may become less expensive. That would be awesome.
That'd be
Hmm.
sick as fuck. No, it won't. They'll continue to make the money.
But another thing it could potential like realizing that there's more that we don't know, right,
Too
about magnetism and shit, or just basic things we
science.
thought we did, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I think makes life great. Dude, if we had the answers to everything, it would fucking suck.
Get bored quick.
Well, not
You
only
get
that, but then we'd realize like we're just not
heat. Like,
everything feels like it revolves around us, right? Then you grow up and you're like, oh yeah, life doesn't revolve around me. But then you
mhm.
realize, like, holy shit, everything beyond anything remotely close, we don't know shit about. And it's so much bigger than we are. We're fucking ants, right?
Yeah, I've seen footage of like someone just working on the Interstellar Space Station, and they had a shot of them like working on something. It was a very wide shot. It had a shot of them and then the shot of Earth behind them. And I was just like, dude, like the size of you compared to Earth is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And we're just here. Like we're just here. Like we just appeared and now we're
Yeah.
on this giant ball. Apparently it moves. It's going towards something. They call it the Great Attractor. I don't know what the fuck that could be. But
Okay.
it's just it blows your mind. Yeah, you ever heard of the Great Attractor thing? I don't know if it's that widely
I do not.
popular. Pretty much so the universe, our universe, let's take the Milky Way galaxy, isn't sitting like flat on a table as you would think,
Uh huh.
but is moving more of like a dart through the air. And so the sun is going this way, but we're spinning around the sun like that pretty much. And scientists have discovered that the universe is expanding, but it's being also pulled towards one common point. Everything in the universe is being pulled to one common point out there in space, and they call that the Great Attractor. They don't know if it's a actual entity, like a real life entity, or just a really strong force, magnetic force that's pulling them in, pulling everything in. But there's something pulling us into it, and we don't know what that is. So we call it the Great Attractor.
I mean, for all we know, like, for lack of a better term,
Hmm.
like we could just be a virus on that's attacking an organ of a much larger cosmic being that we just don't fucking understand.
Right,
Like,
right.
That's deep.
I know that's crazy,
I believe we're just being pulled
but it's
into a
not impossible. Like,
no,
we just don't know enough about everything truly around us. We know
and
more about things that are closer, but the
yeah.
further we get, the less we know.
Some
And like,
people, some people, and I agree with it too, is that we're being pulled into a really big black hole. It's just a really big black hole at the end of that universe, and we're just being sucked into it. And then other people want to say it might be a giant cosmic being that we just have no
who knows?
pre-knowledge of, because we don't know nothing about space. I would want to say maybe a black hole would be more logical, I guess, will be more practical. Because
Possibly, but how does that work? Have we observed other black holes eating black holes?
they observed a black hole not eating they observed black holes eating, I think it was a planet or a galaxy, but not another black hole.
But that's what
They
I'm wondering.
no,
I
they
thought there
have
was.
They have?
because the way they have detected gravitational waves and gravitational particles was through two black holes that had been orbiting each other. They actually
Oh
had
yeah.
lasers set up that went north, south, east, and west. And when they, once the, what I guess we decided that they were that far away and their waves finally got to us, it expanded and contracted the lasers, and we were able to feel those waves and then detect them even as low as they are.
Yeah, I didn't hear about a black hole swallowing up. I did hear about two of them
2011 is what
orbiting
I'm
each other.
pulling up a space.com article titled Cannibal. A monstrous black hole at the heart of one galaxy is being devoured by a still larger black hole in another. It's the first
Mm.
discovery of its kind. At the centers of virtually all large galaxies are black holes, millions to billions of times the mass of the sun.
But
When
then
Hmm.
I guess the question becomes, well,
That's
what is a black
wild.
hole?
Well, I think a black
I
hole
mean,
is
as
just
much as we can see what it does, what is
right.
it
Well,
in the
some
grand scheme? Is it really just a random vacuum cleaner that shows up and eats everything? Like,
right,
it's got to be more to it, right?
right.
Like,
I think their black holes are interested entrances to like a wormhole. I think it's essentially just
maybe
a
a
portal.
portal.
Yeah, essentially just another portal because they have found a discover. They did make the discovery of white holes,
so. If that's true,
and white holes shoot stuff out. They don't bring nothing in. They don't swallow
but
nothing
what
up.
a but maybe a white hole is just the opposite side of a black hole. Like if you
I mean,
go
you
through a
could be right
black
though.
hole, maybe you. I know this sounds god awful. This is gonna be a fucking AO. You go through a black hole, you come out a white hole. Like anyway, it's possible. I mean, if it's the opposite, right, in that it pushes things, maybe that is actually what happens when you come through said portal. Is
Yeah.
you arrive and you're being propelled.
What
That
we
means that our
You
whole
try this out. You
universe
try
is
this
in a
out.
state of ever like constant change. It's being swallowed up, spit out, swallowed up, spit out. This is gonna be so AO'd. God damn it.
Just put a
I
bunch of
can't.
AOs over and over, back to back, back to back.
Ah.
This is
Nuke's
gonna
just
be so
fucking
much
dying.
fun.
No Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy, every
No Diddy,
fucking
no
where.
Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy.
Can we
Put
just
it
Dude,
make
on
a
the
little
screen.
O Diddy that doesn't take the whole screen up that we
Yeah,
could just
in the
keep up
corner.
for
oh, trust me, that's what I was doing.
Just keep it up in the corner.
So,
Well,
white
uh
holes are theoretical cosmic regions that function in the opposite way to black holes. Just as nothing can escape a black hole, nothing can enter a white hole.
here we go. Look at this.
Nuke is dying. Oh my god.
So, yes,
So yes, that's
they're
kind of what I was
saying
thinking.
the black hole here, you
Yeah.
get you get swallowed up, and then this other end is the white hole, and you just come out
Yeah.
the white hole.
But what I think's really cool about that is because that's true, the the universe is always an ebb and flow. Like
Yeah,
that's really interesting. I mean, if it's all true theoretically,
right.
it's still really cool.
We
But,
go through the veins of the universe.
but
Well,
We
and in the
are
yeah,
the
process, I
fluid.
think we die. But yeah, and then we get pooped out, and then hopefully life is reborn. Because getting pulled, getting pulled into a black hole seems to be very dangerous. So that's all I'm
well,
saying.
here's what they say what happens if you were to be shot into a black hole. So,
And I won't say it again.
Go ahead.
say we're on Earth and you get shot into the black hole. From our perspective, it looked like you stop moving as soon as you get like right to the horizon, it looked like
Yep.
you stop moving and you just start fading into black.
Right.
But
Yeah.
on your perspective, uh,
I think it depends on how fast you go as well.
yeah, that too. Um, from your perspective, it looks like everything is fading to black, and then you start getting straight. They call it spaghettification,
hmm Yeah.
and you get super stretched out into the singularity, but they don't know what happens after that because they've never sent anything into a black hole.
Well, in theory, if that happens, you're dead.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be like Wonka
Um,
vision, right?
but that's
I
what I
would
said,
assume.
though. It's quite possible when that happens, it does purge life, but then produces an outset that actually is that re-triggers
Hmm.
life. Like, I don't know.
Hmm.
Like,
And
I
then
think it's an interesting thing to contemplate.
I think they also said that, like, from Earth's perspective, if you watch something go into the black hole, it looked like it starts moving slower.
Yeah.
Also, the closer you get uh
Event
to the
horizon.
center, yeah, or like once you get past it, it'll like you just froze in time, and then you just fade to black. Like you don't get
Yeah.
smaller, you don't get bigger, you just same size, just still, completely still.
Can we just like send that random fucking Tesla out there, like
Yeah,
equip
let's
it
just
with
send a
something, and then
Cybertruck.
but we already got one in space. Like,
Well,
Oh
not a
yeah,
Cybertruck, that Tesla, yeah.
yeah, it is Tesla,
can
but
we just boost that
Oh
bitch into a
shit!
black hole and then everybody watches it and see what happens? It's
I
like a
say
red
that'd
color,
be
isn't it? We should be able to see that.
yeah.
You
Oh
know
yeah,
what?
we should be safe.
I'll play some Rocket League later, and I'll put on my gravitational bomb, and we'll all get sucked into a black hole in a Tesla.
And see, yeah, see what happens. Send it to Elon Musk. Like we did a
Something
test.
tells me that Rocket League physics won't necessarily translate to real world scenario, but
I
it's
want
not a
someone to
bad idea.
translate it. I want someone to make it like a
It'll be
CERN.
fun.
I want
Yeah.
someone to make the particle accelerator in Rocket League using the using the Rocket League balls and just shoot them over and over, just make them speed up.
It'll be a new game mode and then it'll
Yeah.
be very frustrating.
Heat seeker times 10.
Yeah.
No. You just have to be there before the ball ever gets hit or it's a goal. Yeah.
There's no moving. Yeah.
Like,
You better hope you line up along the goal
Yeah, just hope you're
because you
there.
can't move.
yeah.
Pray,
Hope you're there.
I
whatever you
still
believe
think
in.
Hungry Hippo mode in Rocket League would be a game changer.
That'd probably be a very fun game mode. That or like a golf game
Listen,
mode.
2v2, v2v2, Rocket League, okay? But when you're scoring, you actually are trying to score on your goal. You're fighting other
Mm.
opponents
Yeah.
for scoring on your own goal, and it's scored like Hungry Hippo. Highest one
Okay.
wins in second,
Yeah.
third, fourth. Dude, that would be cool.
That
Yeah.
would be fun.
I
That'd be fun.
I think it'd be cool to have like a 1v1v1, just
Yeah.
sort of like that as well, just with one though, with
Yeah, I mean
one
that could be
singular
cool
ball.
too. I just think having the extra teammate in a mode like that gives you an option, right? Like you
Yeah.
can fight for ball possession and try and get it out to a teammate who can then try to redirect it or put it in your
You can go
goal.
sit with
In a
Ryder.
1v1v1, whoo, it's gonna be like they're
You
watching
can
these two
kiss 'em.
fight, and then it'll be wait for my chance, whoosh, and then just try and run away with it as fast as possible. It's gonna be
Yep.
a little bit different, right? Because I feel
Yep.
like if it was twos, then you can send your gladiator or your challenger to fight over getting the ball out to a teammate. In ones, you're both. So I think people are gonna be a little more secret, like they're going to try to reserve themselves and pick that moment to just go, right?
Yeah.
They also might need to make it possible to have like 200 boost in that in that mode. That's maybe
Yeah.
not, who knows.
Unlimited boost.
I
Unlimited
still
boost,
think they
probably.
should tamper with the idea cuz something like that could really make the game a lot more enjoyable.
Mm. I just want more car customization. That's all I want. I want to be
I want better servers. You hear this? You hear
epic.
this? Psionic, Epic, whatever, whoever owns you now.
It's
Listen here, epic.
fault, I think. I mean, at the end of the day, right?
Not everyone loves Fortnite.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they suck a bag of dicks.
We don't care about Fortnite, bro. We don't want that little kid shit no more, bro.
No, I mean,
The
I
game
just
went
think
viral
Epic
over a
has a
bug.
really good opportunity here, right? Epic owns Unity, right? So they own the Unreal, or no, I'm sorry, not Unity, Unreal
Unreal,
Engine.
yeah.
So they own Unreal 5. If if they stood up some people, whether it's the people that they've got over still at the Psionic studio or whatever, to remake Rocket League in Unreal 5, like the game is unlike any other game. It just is. And I don't like, for better for worse, it's unlike any other sports game in terms of competitive nature. You have to actually do everything. You want to carry the ball, you don't just push a button and your person knows how to dribble like a professional athlete. You have to dribble the ball. And for that
Mhm.
reason, I really do think the game theoretically will exist for a long time. I do think the technology needs to change and the game has to be brought along with it. But the game itself is unlike a lot of other games. Like, I go to the game store and everything is a cookie cutter of something else with reskinned to sell fucking skins and do this
Can't
and do
stand
that.
it.
But Rocket League stands on its own.
Mhm.
So, anywho, that's my blurb about how I hope the game never dies because it
Also,
shouldn't.
bring back trading.
Yeah,
Oh,
that,
yeah.
I feel like the trading. I feel like Fortnite or Epic dropped the ball with
I want
that.
to get rid of these beach ball party shits I got from watching our LCS
Thank you.
They're
Like
so bad.
garbage freaking
that was the worst
explosion.
Twitch drop campaign I've probably seen on Twitch in a minute. Was just Numba Beach Party. But I
Who
feel
do you
like
think dropped the
Garbage.
ball there? You know, somebody was probably
But
supposed.
tis
Yeah,
dropped the
but
ball, beach ball.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah. It was.
Anyway, I didn't realize I was doing it. Anywho,
Honey.
um, um, I wonder who dropped the ball, like no pun intended, on that. Because I feel like
I don't
somebody
even
forgot
know.
to do it or prioritize it or something to make something
And they were
nice
just like,
for.
fuck, pick something.
Yeah, and then they were like, dude, we got all these beach ball things. They suck. No one buys them. Just give those out.
People definitely love those.
They won't even notice that it's just 20 of the same goal explosion.
Yo, what?
Just
Yeah, I
different,
think
every color available now in their block.
But
yeah, pretty
some
much.
of those colors, like who even signed off on making that an official release?
Burnt
Like
Like
some of them are
sienna.
so bad.
like
Yeah,
burnt
burn sienna is
sienna,
awful.
saffron is ugly. Like saffron's ugly.
I
I
can't.
some, and it's not even just for the beach ball. It's like just in general the colors they have for the gold explosion.
Facts.
Like cobalt for some gold explosions is ugly. Purple is ugly for some of them. Like eyesore is the perfect gold explosion. Any color works with eyesore. But like, say you take the fucking the graviton bomb, the gravity bomb gold explosion. Like some of those colors is ugly as shit.
Yeah.
I can't take it.
It does
Yeah.
make me wonder who's signing off on some of these things. And like,
Someone, somebody's barely reading the list and
Someone
just like
failing.
whatever. I think
I don't
Epic
know.
dropped failed with the trading though. They could have kept it around, introduced it to where you can trade within Fortnite
Yeah.
and Rocket League. That way you can trade your items back and forth. I think that would have been a much better idea than oh let's just take it away altogether and
Yeah.
just say fuck the community at that point.
What the sad part is, right? So Tencent, the owner of the parent company behind Riot, right? League
Oh,
of Legends, Valorant,
hmm
they own a huge stock, I guess, in Epic,
Yep.
right? And the really sad part is, bro, could we just get like just some input from one of the artists from Riot? Just like doing each other a solid. Hey, could we just pass this burnt sienna goal explosion by you? And they'd go, oh no,
No.
that's not the move. Like there's plenty of designers in the world that have very good eyes for things, and the parent company,
No, but what they do is
as
they
much as
have,
Tencent doesn't maybe fully own Epic, they own a large portion, and like
but here's what
maybe
they
they could
do.
work together.
They're not putting in any new actual time.
Yeah.
into this game. And they've already got, let's say, 10 colors that they use for everything. So it's, oh, here's the one explosion, wrap the 10 colors on it, we're
So
done.
for all we know, though, the reason they could be biding their time the way they are is maybe they are trying to port it to Unreal 5, right? And like maybe that is happening. I
I
don't
feel like they would
actually
have
know.
been did that though. I feel
I
like they
mean,
would have.
Usually, what the talks were that when they were doing that, what turned out was the rocket racing in Fortnite.
yeah, no. They need to actually make like go
No,
find the people who made the original Rocket League. Like you still have their numbers. Call
yeah, I'm
them,
pretty
beg them
sure
to
that they
come
would be
back.
love to come work on Rocket League again, especially for
Maybe
a
not,
port.
but
Well, yeah, but I'm pretty sure you could get a lot of those original team members back with, especially if they can get to port their one big game. I think that was the only game Psyonix ever made was Rocket League. So you get some of them to come back, port that to Unreal Engine 5. That game would be 10 times better. I guarantee it.
yeah. Well,
Guarantee it.
it would look nicer. Like the
Yeah.
graphics would just be more detailed. You'd have a lot more options in terms of
Hmm.
skins because they could rework the cars. They could add more polygons and like surfaces so that you could actually like maybe do branding and shit like that to be able to add decals on top
Mm.
of. Because right
Mhm.
now you get a decal, it's the decal, right? And you can equip that, but you put on base colors and the decal's gone. But in reality, a decal can cover paint, right?
Yeah.
So why
Yeah.
can't you style your car and then put a decal on your car if you want it?
And what I didn't understand either is like why not have like a custom decal option? Like you can
Yeah,
make your own decal like in Call of Duty you can make your own emblem. You can
right.
make your own decal and from there you can put whatever color you want, whatever paint base you want and then you can put your decals on top.
Yeah.
Or why not have at least some of the decals y'all have, the non-animated ones, be editable? Like you can add stuff to it. You can change the size of certain aspects of that decal.
The why I think the why for now is I think it's a they're limited, right, by the technology or the way the models were created before and the way the
Hmm.
code is wired to work and all that shit. It would probably require a
Re-
significant lift.
they probably have to rewrite a lot of the code.
Yeah.
That
And
yeah
I mean, dude, something as simple as an open all button for all your damn rewards,
yeah
like,
that would take yeah that makes sense.
but that doesn't exist. So there's
Yeah,
gotta, I promise you, they've heard that a number of times and they haven't addressed it because it's more work
for them.
and what it could potentially break stuff, whether it is like stuff people already own or whatever. But there's probably some technical caveat as to why they haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
But if they remake the game in Unreal 5, keeping a lot of the same principles, they have all the opportunity in the world to change the models, change the way that the paint works and shit so that you could
Hmm.
layer things and actually piecemeal together your car designs, and then they could charge people $3 for this or make your own custom decal for $5 or some. They're
Hmm.
just gonna make it all in-game purchases anyway, and
That is
that's gonna
true.
bring them ass loads of money versus the way Rocket League is now. Yeah, you can buy skins and you can sell them, but they're fairly limited. If they
Hmm.
redid that paradigm, they could stand to make probably I don't know about more money than Fortnite, but
They bring
substantial
it on.
enough.
Yeah, yeah. I
Especially if they got
wonder.
some designers from Riot over there to help them, because those dudes, they're designers for League of Legends and Valorant. I give it to them. Like their designers are incredibly good.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Like the skins, like as much as I don't care for the game Valorant because I'm a traditionalist and I really like Counter Strike, the skins that they have, the art style that they use is truly unique to them and it makes them stand out and it adds a lot of they have a lot of detail.
True.
Like when I played League of Legends, I would watch the art spotlights, and that shit. It was just cool. It was like a time lapse video in 7 minutes of what they did in like 7 days, and it was just remarkable.
That's where we're going to call it. See you every Friday. Just remember, it's more than cannabis and coffee, it's a mindset. Whether you see us or hear us, you're part of the crew, and we want to hear from you. So make sure to reach out via Facebook, X, or Instagram, which you can find all at Cannabis Coffee Crew, and our videos are going to be uploaded to YouTube. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, peace.
That may or may not be there. I'm sorry.
Fuck. You hit stop already?